I actually have been doing the wrong deck tech, but here we are. Playing Dimir Terror today. This hand is not amazing. I'm not disciplined enough to send it away though. So let's jump right in. Dimir Terror is like, it's a different take on Mono Blue Terror, I would say. It's close enough to consider it the same deck. Okay, we're up against Mono Red. That's why actually you want to be playing Blue Terror, not Dimir Terror. Okay, yeah, we got tools against Mono Red, and that's, I think the take of Dimir Terror is that you got tools for so many situations. For example, against Mono Red you lack some tempo because you have tap lands, but you try to make it up with Unexpected Fangs and, I don't know, Fumes to some degree. And this is actually, yeah, quite a sweet hand of the deck. It's just that in this matchup it's sometimes tough to make it work. But here we are a bit lucky that they have a slow start. I mean, a lot worse things can happen on their turn 2. And we escaped the turn 2. And now we actually have a really decent setup. Let me grab the charger quick. So yeah, as I said, they're on to a pretty slow start, and here we could discard Snacker. I actually see upside in discarding the analysis. It's close. Right now we have nothing to revive the Snacker, so I think it's better to get rid of the card that we will probably never cast. And then also, yeah, perfect. Now we have Terror. Land. Oh, beautiful. Well, now look at this. This is kind of the promise of the deck. Doesn't happen so often, but I will just go for the full Gurmag value here. Getting rid of Deep Analysis even. And now we got... we have our own creature set up before they have theirs. That's really unusual. But at this point their aggression is kind of mitigated because now we have the aggression, and pre-board they can't really answer these big creatures. I think I'm fine with this at this point. If they get a Snacker, we got Fumes. I would rather counter the big damage sources, namely Gutter Snipe. We could cycle Fumes here, but it doesn't seem amazing. Actually, we could. They clearly have no Snacker here. And Counterspell is definitely better than Fumes. So if we had a land, I would cast the Snacker here, but like this, we're just ahead. And now we can safely attempt to roll over them. Audio quality is still fine. Flame Breather. Yeah, you know, it will block at some point. I think they can't kill me with damage alone here. If they cast this, I think I'm gonna Spell Pierce just to reuse it. And then next turn, I mean, there's no immediate use in casting Snacker, but at least we get the mana for it now. They got 6 cards in hand, but they're dead pretty soon. Okay, And now they got... this terror is way more expensive than I thought. Okay, so then let's just play Snacker. Discard and grab the prize. So it looks like they're trying to maximize damage with the 4 mana they have to kill me. Epicure. Sure. Yeah, this is the easiest target in the world, and I think it settles it. Maybe they have the nuts, but even the nuts usually doesn't deal 14. If they have an Epicure, they survive, but they don't. Okay. So this matchup is actually quite tough for Dimir. You can, yeah, or let's say it's a 50-50 probably. But winning game 1 is huge. We get rid of everything that deals damage to ourselves. Fumes, let's see about that in a second. Extract is not amazing here. We get to board in the 6 blasts, of course. We get to board in the spell bombs against Lava Dart, Snacker, and Looting. And we get a second Fangs. So we have 3 more cuts. I think hitting Gutter Snipe with Arms of Hadar is dreamy. So the maximum you could do is board Fumes against Snacker. And I remember that I have considered this before. Right. Yeah, the question is whether you keep the Snacker themselves. So here you could board out, let's say you board out Fumes. At some point in the past I came to the conclusion that you don't use Snacker in this matchup. I think it was testing with Moritz, so shout out. And let's go. So what's dangerous here is like turn 1 Relic, of course, and then especially with a second Relic later on. You can never spell pierce that. This hand is not capable of answering turn 2 grab the prize, and that's usually asking for trouble, because those are the starts with an early Snacker that can escalate quickly. And I think without black on the play, this is actually possible for the same reason, because then you get counterspell. It's a really good hand though. Like if they turn 1 Relic, turn 2 grab the prize. It's tough to beat with this hand. Well, let's go for science. You will note that I'm usually the slower player. But talking through it, I don't know. I hope there's some... Okay, that was the best top tick in the world. Now we have something against grab the prize. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this would have been, as I said, terrible. But like this, it's... I don't know. We still need to fetch for a second blue and don't have black mana. That's... this top decks. Okay, we're really lucky. Those were the best 2 top decks in that order as well. Now we can contest a draw spell again. And a Relic. So yeah, Relic you have to counter. It might get red blasted, but that's what it is. Okay, this is huge. They have 2 cards in hand. We have Spell Pierce, so we can weirdly even afford to fetch for black. It's always good to do your homework. And then mental note in their end step, and we probably have a terror next turn. Highway robbery against Spell Pierce. I don't know. This is, I don't know. Every turn it was just basically the best thing that could happen. They still don't have Red Blast. We have 4 spells in the grave. Now we have a Spell Bomb. Spell Bomb is also really good. But a Terror is also really, really tempting. I think we can beat a Snacker at this point if they grab the prize. double land. So this dot scour is kind of free because we're committing for terror. It's a bit overextending on my side because they could have red blast here and that would make us look a bit stupid. But if they don't do anything crazy here, then this game is now our game to lose. Okay, we get the land. So abandon and fumes we can, like right now we can just afford to keep them and wait for either the right moment for it or to discard fumes into abandon or cycle fumes, whatever. So yeah, again, now this deck always takes some time to set up. You need to set up the graveyard for terror, you need to set up your mana, and then you need to set up these specific hate pieces, like a graveyard hate piece or hydroblasts or, I don't know, board wipes. But once you get there, the deck is just a beast. I mean, yeah, Relic, you get it. With the terror in play and... Okay, one card. Yes, I can do that. With Hydroblast as a backup. I think we just don't need to do anything. So now they exile the grave, cool. Now we draw. Gurmak, cool. I think we're not gonna use fumes anymore. I don't know, there's... Wait a second. The Spellbomb? Yeah, the Spellbomb is not doing anything, but then again, it prevents future action. They exiled their own snacker. And yeah, they have just not much going on. I will use Thought Scour here for the Gurmak. Keep open Hydroblast. Okay. Please pay ward. Let's see if you have another one. Because if not, that's kind of another victory. Oof. I mean, yeah, look at this draw. I almost mulliganed the hand, and I think there was worse where this hand would have fallen apart. But with this great draw now again, already 6 spells in the grave. Just gonna slam this guy. We're at 20 life. I don't know. What more can I say? So, I thought we were playing Blue Terror, as I said. I logged in the wrong deck. Maybe the right deck, actually. The thing is, I just didn't check the deck before playing, and I just realized, we're playing 2. Okay. So this is what we're playing. Fortunately, I changed the deck not too long ago. So notably, it's 2 Ponder, 2 Abandon Attachments, and only 3 Mental Note. That's due to MTGO credit, and I would just wanted to try a split between Ponder and Abandon. 2 Spell Pierce I kind of always run. Usually I have 2 Cast Down. Right now it's just 1 Agony Warp, 1 Extract instead. And then the 2 flag slots, Fumes and Fangs. The rest is basically stock. It's 4 Snuff Out, 1 Analysis, 2 Gurmak, reduced from 3 Gurmaks before. And the sideboard is 6 Blast to a Null, a Mystic, and then more removal, more mass removal, 1 more Fangs, and 2 Spell Bombs. So yeah, a healthy little package with a lot of silver bullet cards against a lot of strategies. And let's see how we do here. Okay, on to the second one, where we have a land without black. That's a bit risky, but besides that, the hand is really good, so I'm going to keep it. This is betting on Brainstorm to find a black source. Okay, but we're up against a strategy that probably doesn't run creatures. So we can also conveniently get rid of these snuff outs here. Okay, never mind. White Heroic is running the depletion lands for tempo. Okay, you got it. What's next? Another one of those. So, wow, okay. I wonder whether they have more planes, but definitely next turn they could have a lot of stuff. And here we need to find Ice Tunnel precisely. I think I'm good with having one more draw to find it. I could also go for Counterspell. So it's Counterspell or look at 3 cards to find Ice Tunnel, which would be ideal. Okay, so in that case I'm playing for the safer route. But yeah, with all the mana they have going, one Counterspell might easily be not enough. Red, okay, what is going on here? Ancestral Anger. Target creature gains trample and plus X, +1/+0. Draw a card. I mean, this is a bit annoying, but I think against White Heroic, I have to mainly answer everything that gives protection from black or from blue, because everything else I can answer with Snuff Out mainly, and even blocking and stuff. Mutagenic growth. Okay. I mean, we take a bunch of damage here, but still, we kind of need to answer the key spells. They still got so much mana. If we tap out here too much, they could have the 2 mana pro black. Could have the 2 mana pro black enchantment. That's dangerous. But can we beat that? If they had that, what could we do? Could go to the next turn, try to find Ice Tunnel naturally. Not amazing. But if they have this pro black protection, we're dead. And I don't really wanna risk being dead. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. It's fine to lose game 1, I think. So this thing is why is it so big? It's gotten +2. Okay, so it will be back 6/5. I think Agony Warp is just not gonna work. And also Fangs might be helpful, but let's get rid of it. No, wait, even better. Let's get Ice Tunnel now. In the next turn we got 2 Snuff Outs actually, and a Counterspell. Let's do it on their upkeep. No reason not to. Oh, they have red, but whatever. Okay, so we were lucky. They don't have the pro black right now, but they have this thing. I think I like it better to use Snuff Out here. So this is something you could never do with mono blue. Let's counter this. I don't know if they have more of this now, whatever. They're not happy about it. Oh, I messed it up? No, I didn't. I mean, no reason to tell them that we know about this. So now they got a new creature. Okay. It's always scary to play against these decks because depending on just single cards in their hand, you can beat them or you just can't. I don't know, going to 2 is a bit weird, but let's do it. We can do it in response to their stuff. It's risky. Everything is risky. Yeah, I mean, this is just playing in style, I think. Going to 2, 3 Snuff Outs. Good reason to play Dimir. Yeah, now we need to find terror and more counter spells also settle the deal. So they're either thinking or they're telling their friends that the Dimir opponent got lucky. Yeah, we're going for it. Trying to make this hand better. I'm fine with discarding more islands. And I think I'm also fine to wait one turn with the Sphinx, just to have the bigger impact on the terror. I mean, if you play a deck like Mono White Heroic, you're kind of signing up for every now and then getting slapped by Snuff Out. Not all the protection in the world can save you. You know, maybe they make a potato salad right now, or they put on their favorite TV show. Could be that they're thinking about playing a creature here. But I think besides that, there's not much more decision making on an empty board with this deck. Don't know though. So let's put Fangs here. Move to combat. With these abandons, we could play them, but we might find a creature, sure. I think they're dead next turn anyways. I'm more of a let's wait for the next island or the next snacker and turn these abandons into real value. We're not pressured to do anything else, I think. Well, one thing actually is dangerous, that if they play a creature and immediately put protection on, yeah, that's something to watch out for. This happened to me before. I had Snuff Out open on 0 mana, and they played this armadillo thing with Ward 1 and immediately put Pro Black on. And okay, so they do show me what they want to do. Oh wow, could be dead here. Could be dead here. So let's prevent that. Imagine we had Cast Down, right? Instead of Extract. So sad, I don't like being dead. They have haste. Okay, so that's why they're playing red. Yeah, good piece of advice, especially to myself. If you don't know what people do, then at least consider that there might be a plan behind the stuff that you don't understand. And playing mountains here, yeah, I didn't really think about it at all. But I don't know, are we dead to haste? Mutagenic Growth is pretty close already. That would be 5 damage. 2 Mutagenic Growth would be lethal. 2 Ancestral Angers as well, I guess. But yeah, they need to have those. So I will note in my head that in this situation, Cast Down would have been so much better than Extract. Then again, if they had a protection creature, actually Extract would have come in really handy. Okay, it goes up to a 4/4, and then they learn with 2 mana up. But they need, yeah, like a +3 pump plus another trigger. The spell piece here would be amazing. Firebending Lesson. What does that do? They can target their own thing. But fortunately, that's not enough. Oh, this game is way closer than expected. So they got this Firebending Lesson up. They can deal 2 damage to target creature, so they can kill the snacker. There is no lifelink on this, right? They can +1 and scry. They have scry to the bottom. Well. Okay, they scry one more. But they don't know that we have Extract. Which Extract made it just really, really close. We go into 1. But now it also really cleanly solves the game. Yikes, close one. Okay, from thinking we were playing against Poison Storm, trying to brainstorm mental note the snuff outs away, to a turn 3 snuff out counter spell on a heroic creature. Okay. So we got 2 extractor confessions. That's pretty good. That's something I changed, knowingly, of course. I think Agony Warp. Excuse me. I think Agony Warp is not good enough. Fangs is, as one could clearly see. Deep Analysis is a bit too slow. And what else? Did they play any auras? They didn't show us any auras, but I think Anal is just too good to not play. So I'm cutting a Snacker last. You could think about Spellbomb because they have some flashback thingy-bingies. But for game 2, I think this is fine. Again, we have the luxury that we won game 1. We could run Agony Warp, just to have as many removals as possible. Cut even more Snackers. It's definitely a consideration. And also, it's possible to cut all Snackers and add additionally Spell Bombs, just to have all the edges against their critical mass stuff. Knowing what we're up against, I think this hand is just not a good idea. It's beautiful, of course, but we need interaction. Yeah, this is always what you get from going to 6. So we are clearly the control, and the first turns are just to answer their nonsense. Like, they're really good at Jesus. Wow, and this is this hand is worse than the first hand. Okay. Spell Pierce is actually decent. Such a jokester. We need this land drop so bad that we even have to put away this. I think here it's worth it to keep up Spell Pierce. So they will get a creature, but Spell Pierce makes it so that every snuff out we find will be pretty good. If they don't do anything, we could Lorien or keep it for shuffling. I think we almost can't afford that. Although it's sad, because we would like to shuffle. You know what, let's be greedy. Okay, another island, so we are really benefiting from this. What's this? They play so many wicked cards. Target creature gets... when it enters, okay. Fine with me. They don't have a creature yet. Definitely don't want Fangs. And if we shuffle, we also don't want this island. I think it's worth it to ponder here. They know about this island. Oof. I mean, this is a rough start, but fortunately they are not doing anything. I like pretending that we have counterspell, but here it's just better to have extract. If it makes them play a creature, then good for us, actually. So they kept the hand without creatures. Very interesting. I'm good to do nothing, and I'm actually good to play Lorien revealed next turn. So they are setting up for the big bang. Cool. I mean, having up a null is good, but I don't even know if they can beat extract, so let's find out. Let's unmulligan here and pass. So if they don't do anything now, then we're in great shape. With haste, yeah, maybe they can kill us. That would be hilarious. Okay, let's make sure we think about everything. Yep. Okay, what is yep? Target creature you control gets +2. Wow, it's so good. So the good news is they only have 3 more mana. Okay, that's actually quite a boost. So this thing goes up to 8. I mean, after all, it's kind of a terrible matchup for them. They always have to decide whether they're playing around Snuff Out and such, so... Yeah, this would be one of the cards. It looks a bit weird to play Spellbomb against this, but they always try to hit this critical mass, and they usually use all the cards in their hand, so if you can just cut one activation and go card neutral, it could be worth it. So they're scrying to the top, okay. I think they're keeping up protection now. I'm fine taking 8. Snuff Out is huge. Okay, let's first get rid of this creature. I will make a land drop, although we could nicely discard it to abandon attachments. But I think it's still worth it here. Maybe actually they don't play enchantments. And they played around Spellpierce? No. Yeah, we need to progress. And that's exactly the progress I was thinking about. Just a nice little terror. I'm just playing these out for future Lorients and to maybe hardcast the Snuff Out. Maybe discarding Spellpierce here would have been a bit better. I think I'm fine with this one. Unless it gets haste, I'm gonna try to hardcast Snuff Out it in end step, and then fight over that. So they have 5 mana for this. They could use this on defense. No, let's be on the safe side. That one again. They have another one. Let's get rid of it. I mean, this is thin, but what can you do? I felt like this was the only way to get through this. I'm doing this post-combat because we could find Fangs and an island. Also really good. So now I'm just gonna counter every creature. Just way too risky to die at this point. Especially because this Reckless Charge also gives haste, which is really dangerous. But also they are in Spellpierce range if they cast that. Okay, always close to play against this. So yeah, mull to 4, but hardcasting 2 Lorients against them, which is actually decent. Finding out that a null is not too good. But Terror, Snuff Out, and Counterspell are. And yeah, especially here I counter every creature, thank you. We want to learn. Sure. Okay, and this, I don't know, maybe a 1-drop creature. Okay, they said that they had 19 damage when we were tapped out, which would have lost the game, as they say, to our extract. Okay, nice to every now and then chat with opponents. We win this one as well. And cool. That's so nice. Okay, and let's play one more before a short break. We've been playing against two of the very demanding decks where you really need to watch out which mana you tap, how to use the cantrips and the filter spells most efficiently to get basically to your hate cards. Like this game was twice won with Snuff Out, with a sequence of Snuff Out, counterspell, and it probably would have been lost without this. So yeah, the deck really rewards knowing the other lists, knowing the other archetypes, but it's also, as you saw, like it takes forever to think this through. If there was more time pressure here, you can easily, or I can easily, fall to these. Okay. Now we're up against Luffy, huh? So that's 100% Grixis Affinity, and this hand is terrible against Grixis Affinity. And of course I click keep. These are the worst cards against Affinity. Snacker is fine, but actually also Fangs is fine, but this is just not a functioning hand. Oof, okay. Good start. This interaction just does not enough. Like our interaction just does not enough against their value. So we need to get our value online. And yeah, we need to, I don't know, top deck. Oh, this is so awful. Okay. I'm using this just to save time. Oh, well, we always get Snuff Out up. Lorien might get us out of this mess. We could use Fangs here just to draw out a Gull Blast. But I'm also fine using Snuff Out on Instep, actually. They're the aggression, I think. No, it's tough to say. I mean, this is... Don't do this at home. Okay, so now we need to win 2 games versus them. And I think I'm getting rid of the second Snuff Out. Can use it against Mernforcer, but not great. Yeah, now I have to use it. Just to not fall behind. So hilarious. So hilarious. We're doing nothing. Of course, we're wasting time as well. Doing nothing. I mean, we can't fumes here, but... This is such an... This is clearly card blast now. Let's do the damage first and then do this on end step. Okay, I'm glad I did it this way. But again, I hope they don't have refurb, because then we can literally scoop. Also pretty glad that they don't have Spellbomb yet. If we draw an island, we're still so far behind. It's not an island. God. Enforcer. Spellbomb? Munitions. Also strong. But as long as they don't have Spellbomb, at least we got the terror rolling now. Keep the island for discard. And I want to keep this mental note to trigger the snacker eventually. Sure. Yeah, Rod is tough. We have only one Fangs in the deck. So it will burn us out before too long. I think we still keep mental note for next turn. Another huge draw actually. But we're just too far behind. Get back those snackers. Of course this stuff is amazing, but can't attack into this swing back. Card blast on what? Sure. Means we need to find an answer here, which we don't. Take 6. Yeah. I mean, this is to prevent from going to 6 because the refurb sends us to 2 and the munition kills us. And this is GG. Okay, just to save some time. Okay, so how to play this? You grind heavily for the late game, and yeah, kind of send all the decisions that way. So Snuff Out is really bad here. Fumes is interesting. I think Extract and Agony Warp are not good enough. Like we win, like Snacker is good. Snacker is really good against Refurb, and the Terrors are really good against the Enforcers. So we just try to not get outvalued. Maybe that's actually too many Blue Blasts. I want to keep in 1 Fumes for a board state, like in the last game. I think this is fine. Okay. Now let's grind it focused and have a better interactive and proactive hand. Nope. This hand is also not really good. It's slow and we can't guarantee to make more land drops. So that's problematic. Also, we really need to prevent Spellbomb, and we can't with this hand, at least in this upcoming turn. Refurb, on the other hand, is fine with me, at least for now. So now we surely can counter anything they do on this step, on their next turn. But it will take some time to answer this refurb. They probably know that they have to keep the Red Blast against Mystic, and they just do nothing, which is advisable. I think I will try to wait for at least a 5th land so we can answer the first Blue Blast. So top deck Island here would be the best. Instead we have Fangs. They're not playing anything, but that could mean anything as well. No, I think we're good. Like if we tap out for Mystic, it means that they can have a Red Blast, and that's bad. But it also means that on their turn they can do anything. And that's probably even worse. We take A lot of damage from this. I mean, we surely want to make the land drop. Can't cast the terror. Could dot score the terror, but that's also not good. Tough spot. Let's grab the island and say go one last time. And then next turn, yeah, we have to go for it. Yeah, this is the problem of Fangs here. This is... thinks that Mystic is such a bad play here. But yeah, I think we have to do it now. I mean, their hand is loaded, could mean anything. Fangs. I think we need Fangs. Enforcer. So it's the Enforcer hand. The Omniscience, I think, is just a bit much. Whereas we can actually destroy it later on, so probably even fine. It's weird, but we take 2 more here. Okay, and now let's stabilize this board. Can they afford to shoot our birds? I don't really think so. Snacker has these. Would they throw in 2 enforcers in this? Maybe. Let's just play the terrors as long as we can. Could kill the munitions now. Maybe it's iffy, but let's try to survive here. I mean, they can kill the Mystic for sure, but it already stopped the aggression. And then we can get the terrors rolling. Crack. Oh shoot, forgot about that guy. Yeah, I mean, it's always a lesson to play against the best of the format. That's one clean answer to this thing. And now our game plan is back to looking pretty fairish. They're down to 3 lands, but they got so much more cards. Okay. And they kept... no, they didn't keep in the Guide Blast. Another refurb. Okay, this one goes. I don't know. Something of a comeback card. And here I think it's... there's just no amazing attack. That's what they use the Pyros for. Okay. So let's not play around Spellbomb here anymore. They even have Galvanic Blast still. Okay. GG's. Good beats. Okay. Yeah. Affinity is a rough matchup. I can't say I played it particularly well. Yeah, what to say. Okay, we're back in round 4. I just rewatched the key turns from the Luffy game, and I think game 2 was actually even fine. I just overextended after I played Mystic and they played Munitions and some Enforcers. If I, on the next turn, if I just play 1 Terror and keep up Counterspell Blue Blast. Holy moly. Today we're only playing against the greatest of the format. Alessandro Piracini is right now the top 1 in trophies. And I think they play Corgates. It's also a bad sign. Okay, can this hand beat Corgates? Yeah, probably better than any 6er. I think Snacker is not the best in this. Yes, Snacker is the grind engine. We don't need to grind, we need to kill. Okay. Island. Delva. That's better. That's a lot better, actually. Because that means we have a fair and square game here. They have Preordain in Delver. Interesting. Making land drops. Another Preordain. So maybe they're testing Preordain instead of Ponder. Or they're playing something entirely different. Either way, I'm just making land drops and setting up this terror. Yeah, mental note. Sometimes I spell pierce here to prevent them the terror afterwards, but here I think we can't. If they slam a snake, that would be almost the best outcome. Another mental note, sure. Okay, let's get rid of that. Draw for turn, okay. So now we can't counter any more terrors, but we can snuff out, especially with spell pierce up. Serpent, sure. Yeah, Serpent is a really good target for snuff out with spell pierce up. And if they have nothing, we have spell pierce to protect our terror. Okay, this is kind of going our way right now. Do we brainstorm here? No. Do we brainstorm here? Yes. Alright. I forgot that we need to make a land drop to go fully bananas. But this is bananas enough, I think. Okay, they're digging as well. If they hit a creature, I think they play it here first. We're still not in the clear though. Ooh, we are. They didn't found what they need to win. That's sweet. Now we're up a game. So we are guaranteed to be back on the play again. And now we can bring in the cards that are kind of an edge here. Fangs is interesting. I will talk about it in a second. Let's just do the easy cuts first. Agony Warp. I think Snacker is good enough against their Delvers. Let's see. I don't really like Spell Pierce usually. Let's cut it for now. So, Fangs. The thing about Fangs is, if you have the right board, so if you have two terrors facing each other and no interaction involved, then Fangs is like a cast down with upside. You play 2 mana instant speed, you eat the other creature, you eat the other terror in combat, and then you even have the upside that you turned your own terror into a Baneslayer Angel. So that's the win scenario. Like a conditional cast down with an upside. But if you don't have a creature, or you might run into interaction, then this is of course way worse than a cast down. And a card that I find also quite interesting, but that's more for the mirror, is actually Fumes. Because if you have 3 terrors attacking 3 terrors, Fumes can kind of wipe the whole board. But that's actually better when there's also snackers involved. Okay, let's keep 1 Fangs. Let's for now not get super greedy with the Fumes. I mean, we're playing against Blue Terror after all, so the main focus is still surviving. This hand is okay. I wonder whether they keep the Delvers in. Because if they have Delver here, that's pretty huge. But they don't, fortunately. Snacker is decent, so now we also got an answer for a potential delver. And so now the only thing that can happen is that they crazy tempo us. And if they don't, then this hand has like a solid amount of material to fight through. It's like we have no attacking angle right now, but just deep analysis itself is really, really good. Okay, and they don't have the early, like the early aggression. Just make a land drop here. Is there upside in keeping up 2 mana? I don't think so. So let's just do it like this. Still trying to, just prevent creatures for now, or at least tax their mana by using counterspell on the first creature. Wow, they do nothing. That is surprising to me. I'm not gonna slam deep analysis just now. We could even delay a Thought Scour. I don't know. Our graveyard is amazing. So we have this whole setup. Now we can kind of just chill it out. To me it seemed that they played around, like one counterspell was stopping them last turn. Nothing changed in between, so a lot can go wrong, but I think there's upside in just casting the Snacker. Brainstorm. Sure. So it could be that they have a full grip of terrors. Man to note now. They could make a land drop and play 3 terrors. Pretty bad. But I think I'm still okay with this. 2 sleeps. Okay, so now Spell Bomb comes really huge. And the Snacker also will win us time. It's better to get it in play via the graveyard, of course. But with so much draw power. Demon Furia. Do we need Snacker in this game? They don't have a terror and they don't have a land. Most probably. Let's leave it second from the top and mill it next turn. Maybe this is too bad to do it with so many lands. But I kind of also want to do it for the science now. I mean, what could happen? So let's top deck a terror here. We don't, but we get the Snacker. We got Lorien and Deep Analysis, and they got no pressure. Countering that as well. Oh, they got a bit of free play, and that's can be problematic. But we got Deep Analysis, and they got no graveyard in the whole deck. What is their hand? Maybe all the Loriens in the world? Terror is good. So let's play around Spell Pierce for now. Okay. And let's just play a terror. They have counterspell. That's fine with me. I'm gonna block the Serpent unless they use Sleep of the Dead. Could have pondered here actually. Yeah, should have pondered for Snuff Out. Happens. Yeah, okay, so it's Lorien. Alright. We need to get rid of Sleep at some point. Otherwise that card is gonna cause problems. So yeah, Fangs against the Terror here would be huge. I think I'm gonna Deep Analysis first. They could have a Null, but I don't think they have it. This gets rid of the Serpent. Could use Fangs here. Well, actually that sounds kind of decent to me. And now if you're doing things really good, you use the Spell Pump in the upkeep. Okay. looks like a decent position to be in. So now they have to reset. They have used both their Sleep of the Deads, and the board state is such that they can't really... Did I forget to make... Oh, I forgot to make a land drop. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They can play Deep Analysis, or Deem actually. Interesting. Okay, yeah, sure. Get rid of the lifelink. Let's redraw it. Nah, should have played this Ice Tunnel. Too bad. Okay, and we win. Welcome to the last round, where we play another top grinder. Okay. They start with 7. I mean, this brainstorm... Yeah, let's bet on this brainstorm. Okay, what are they usually playing? I don't know. Elves? Mono red. Okay, this is a really slow hand against mono red, but on the other hand, at least in this matchup, I know what I'm doing. So they got the turn 2 grab the prize thingy. Yeah, they use highway robbery. Do they have the snacker? They do. So this puts on the pressure. Now we need to fight the 5 card in their hand and at the same time stabilize against the snacker. The Epicure is fine. I still have the draw stop, that's why these things are happening. But yeah, this snacker is gonna do some 4 or 6 damage, probably, and yeah, that's the price you have to pay. Like, even with a cast down here, I couldn't play it on the snacker because I still have to use the counter spell to fight the draw spells and gutter snipe. And with so much pressure already, also the Flame Breather now has to be countered. Sometimes you can use Snuff Out, but I think not today. So let's set up the grave. I mean, we got those terrors for turn after next turn. Bold face, discard snacker. Interesting. They want to save time. We could dodge Scour Terror. Just too much stuff that could happen. So, going to 6 is awful. We can't help it. Now we really have to find Fangs. Looting to get the snacker back. We lose so badly to it that we have to counter it, I think. And then hope that their other 2-drop is a draw spell and not Flame Breather. They have Flame Breather here. We could keep up Spell Pierce, but we need to play Thought Scour on our turn, then Terror for 1. Can we play around Bolt? I don't think so. Let's just have more mana available. So this one is easy. I think they don't have bolts. It's just my general statement here. I could use Abandon to dig, but I can also do that next turn. So let's just run these out. Have Spell Pierce to survive. Yeah, go to 4. Be dead to anything. I'll grab the prize. But Tampa... we survive Tampa. Theoretically. I mean, I think it's... Yeah, I think 3 damage is better than 2 damage and a snacker. Fire Blast. GG's. Okay, mono red. The same matchup that we started, but this time we don't get the game one. So again, blasts, spell bomb, fumes, fangs, no extract. Agony warp is good enough, I think. None of these, no snackers. And this time, let's open a blue blast and dodge the relics. Okay, so the matchup is super swingy. Like, I hate one-landers, but again, this is just what we want. Let's keep. I will brainstorm in their first turn and then, I don't know, do what we have to do. This hand is surely risky, but it has just all the pieces that we need to win. We just need to find them. Yeah, of course. Okay. First step, land drops. Abandon is too slow. Counter spell could be also a tiny bit too slow. So brainstorm is gone. We kind of need to turbo here a little. Get rid even of the counter spell. But we have a second one, and now again we have blue blast for their draw spell. The draw spell is almost always the most dangerous. And then we get brainstorm mental note again. So that means that if they tap out, we could actually Terror next turn. And they don't, because they know how this matchup works. Like Sasakep's Brew they could have, but I'm not playing around that. Instant speed, put a snacker in play. That's also decent. The thing is that we need to force the spell bomb, and unfortunately I don't think we can do it. We could put back Hydroblast and Counterspell. Will them both go up to 6? But that's lunatic. Or we make a land. No, we need 6 to cast the Terror. So we have to do it anyways. Sucks to be us. Am I overdoing it? We could draw one of these and just keep playing. I think that's better than fully forcing it here. They eat one more card of the grave. Should have probably put Counterspell beneath. It's mental note here. Actually, so now they kind of have to crack it. They have looting. I'm fine with looting usually. I only care about draw spells that trigger Snacker. 2 Flame Breather. Ah, we're looking for land. Good to know. Okay, the graveyard won't survive the draw step. Now they got 1,000,000 cards. If they don't play anything, they have to discard. Imagine. And they exiled their own looting, so they are a bit stuck here. Could play around. No, I don't want to see a relic here, so let's get rid of this. I think my computer is paying the price for the streaming. So now we got a insurance against Snacker. And yeah, using Counterspell on Epicure would have been sweet to make sure we can protect this Terror. Highway robbery, sure. Are we cracking? Cracking to draw something? No, it's fine. Brainstorm is good. This baby is terror. I'm not gonna put back these and pass. I mean, especially if they don't draw land here, then it will be rough. So they cast robbery. I still don't want to run into. Actually, could let them draw these cards, right? Cards are not the issue. Okay. They want to play this game. Maybe their hand is full of snackers. Maybe I should have countered this. Who knows? To discard 2 cards. Oh, and play Madness. Yes, please do. Okay, because if they cannot fight the terror on the stack, they will never really be able to fight it. This is super expensive terror, but again, they won't be able to remove it, and then next turn Fangs is going to seal the deal, I think. Yeah, it would have been correct to counter this draw spell, also to have one more spell in the yard. Grab the prize. Looting. I still think that Spell Pierce is better than Blue Blast. Because Spell Pierce... it's not true actually. Let's equip this one. And maybe they concede now? Yes. Okay, this was definitely unfortunate from their side. It tells me that, yeah, I should counter even more of the draw spells. And I think our boarding is fine. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Do we need a good draw to win on the draw? And again, this is not it. This is better. As weird as it might seem, but the Gurmak is often better than the Terror. Okay, they don't have turn 1 relic. That's a good sign. Let's hope they don't find it. And then we have our counter for their... Where did this come from? They have no second land drop but the relic. Can you believe it? Okay. We want to make the land drops, but I think we also want these red blasts. So let's do it like this. Yeah, sure. No response. Goes away. We draw. Let's remember to use Thought Scour in their end step. Oh, they're missing the land drop again. This is so huge. Sure. Could try to force the issue with a mental note here. I like that idea. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is a decent line. They take the risk, and they are rewarded. Oh no, we can play the angler. Is it worth to tap out against them? I think it is in this position. And this play would have been not really possible with the Terror because they had red for Red Blast. Could think of letting this survive, but I think it will deal its... Wait, let's use the bad one. I could have searched for Fangs, but I think we're good here. Was it this Flame Breather? I could have left it alive. Grab the prize. Target me. Tapped out, so then Brainstorm here. Put back these 2. Sure. Yeah, that's the problem about the angler. They kept the relic. We take this and we don't allow the card draw. So before draw, we get rid of all of this and draw terror. Can we play it? Could play terror. Is it worth it? I think we're not gonna cast it in this game. It's just representing lethal, so let's go. I mean, this cost them a turn, so it's basically as good as countering their best whatever. Things can go wrong here, but I think we are in a decent shape. Okay, Desperation, 3 more mana for them, and we win. Okay, so after stumbling into this league with the wrong deck, we stabilized. we had the rough match versus Luffy, where I don't know. That was the second terrible misclick with the first keep, and then game 2, I don't know, mulligan to 6 with also like a pretty bad hand, and then they just stumped us. I think most importantly, Luffy played a lot of lines that I just don't know. Like, he played really patient, and I've just never seen these lines, and I think in hindsight I could have prevented dying to Kraken game 2, but that's fine to me. And the rest, we had the 2 aggressive ones in the beginning, where just patience and looking for the killer cards in our deck paid out. And Alessandro Pellicini, I think they had pretty slowish terror hands. So there also I just played it safe and got there. And Wikitsun, they kept two hands with pretty low mana, and they had relics in both post-board games, but then I don't know. They prevented the terrors for some time, but couldn't convert. So played against 3 grinders. I don't know about Zodiac actually, but at least the last 3 matches. Nice showing of the deck. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I might be back with some more Blue Terror, Dimir Terror, Corgates content, and let me know what you think about it. Give me suggestions. Always welcome. See you around.